Welcome to our deep dive into the future of SEO.
Oh,
It feels like every day there's a new AI development that's shaking things up right.
yeah.
And the world of search is at the heart of it all. We've got some insights here predicting some really big shifts. Honestly, some of this stuff is a little unsettling.
Yeah.
So is SEO as we know it dying.
Right.
And how do we adapt to this new world? That's what we're going to explore today.
Okay.
Don't worry, we're not going to leave you hanging. By the end of this, you'll have some solid takeaways.
Yeah.
Whether you're an SEO pro or just starting to build your online presence.
I think, for years, we saw Google slowly integrating AI. But now it feels different,
Right.
almost like a sudden acceleration. Those AI-generated overviews that are popping up in search results.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost as if Google's trying to give us the answers directly without us even needing to click a link.
Okay, so that's definitely a change.
Yeah.
But is it Google just showing off how smart their AI is? Or is there something deep going on here?
I think it's a response to a few things. We've got the rise of these specialized search engines, right?
Oh, yeah?
People are going straight to Amazon for products, YouTube for tutorials. They're bypassing Google completely.
Right.
So Google's trying to keep up by becoming that one-stop shop, integrating features like flights, shopping, and those AI-driven overviews.
So it's not just about AI, it's about how our search behavior is changing as users.
Exactly.
It sounds like we need to rethink our approach to SEO then, right?
Absolutely. The old playbook of just capturing existing demand, it's not enough anymore. We have to shift our perspective.
Okay.
The first shift is recognizing that SEO in the age of AI is about building a trustworthy brand first.
Okay, so it's almost like you need to have a solid reputation even before you start thinking about traditional SEO tactics.
Think about it. AI can churn out content in seconds.
Yeah.
But it can lack depth and originality. People are becoming skeptical of AI-generated content.
Sure.
So how do you stand out? You build a brand that people trust, a brand with a unique perspective, a voice, a story.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
It's about creating the genuine connection, proving that there's a real person, a real brand behind the content.
Yes.
But how do you actually do that? It sounds kind of abstract.
It starts with shifting from a purely transactional mindset to a relational one. It's about understanding your audience, their needs, and providing genuine value.
Right.
It's about going beyond just trying to rank for keywords and focusing on building relationships.
Okay, I'm starting to see the bigger picture here. So we're not just throwing out SEO altogether. We're evolving it, right?
Yeah.
We're thinking about it as part of a larger digital growth strategy. It's about trust, relationships, and providing real value.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that SEO isn't just a tactic. It's a philosophy that's becoming even more relevant in this AI-driven world.
All right, I'm on board with this philosophical shift, but let's get practical.
Yeah.
The expert lays out 5 key areas to focus on for a future-proof SEO strategy. And the first one is AI. I thought we were moving beyond just relying on AI.
We are. But here's the thing. AI is a powerful tool.
Okay.
It's a double-edged sword, though. If you use it as a shortcut for content creation, just churning out generic stuff, you're not going to win.
So you're saying using AI to write all your content is a bad idea?
It can be. Google has this concept called information gain. Basically, they're looking at how much new and unique information a piece of content offers.
Okay.
If you're just regurgitating what's already out there, even if it's perfectly written by an AI, it's not going to rank well.
So instead of trying to replace human creativity with AI, we should be thinking about how to use AI to enhance it.
Exactly. Think of AI as your assistant, helping you refine your ideas. Polish your content, not replace your unique voice and expertise.
Okay, so AI is a tool, not a replacement.
Yeah.
Got it. Now, what's next on this list of future-proofing strategies?
Well, it's all about understanding the concept of entities and something called contextual SEO.
Entities, that sounds pretty technical. Break it down for me.
Think of entities as the building blocks of knowledge. They're anything that can be distinctly identified: a person, a place, a product, even an abstract concept. Contextual SEO is about helping AI understand these entities and the relationships between them.
Yeah.
It's not just about keywords anymore. It's about connecting those keywords to create a broader web of meaning.
So if keywords are like individual words, entities are like sentences or even whole paragraphs, they provide context and help AI understand the bigger picture.
You got it. A great example of this is IKEA's website. You search for sofa, And they don't just show you a list of sofas, they show you room inspiration, different styles, colors. They're taking into account the context of what someone might be looking for when they search for a sofa.
That's really smart. They're thinking about the user's intent and the broader context of the search, not just matching keywords. So how do we make sure our own websites are optimized for these entities in this whole contextual SEO thing?
The key is a well-structured website. Make sure your pages are logically linked, creating a clear picture for search engines to understand the relationships between different entities on your site.
So it's about creating a cohesive story that guides both users and search engines through our content.
Exactly. And to help search engines understand those entities even better, we can use schema markup and structured data. Think of it as adding labels to your content to clearly define what each element represents.
And I remember the expert specifically mentioned that schema markup is super important for e-commerce, right?
Absolutely. It can really impact your brand's shopping graph, which is how search engines understand the relationships between your products and categories.
Okay, so if you're selling anything online, schema markup is a must-do. What else should we be thinking about in terms of entities and contextual SEO?
Well, you should check if your brand can trigger a knowledge panel. If it can, you can actually claim it and make edits, influencing how AI presents your brand information in search results.
Wow, so we can actually have some control over how our brand is perceived by AI. That's powerful. All right, so we've talked about AI as a tool. And this whole concept of contextual SEO with entities and schema markup, what's the next piece of the puzzle for future-proofing our SEO?
It's about shifting our focus from individual touch points to the entire user journey. We're not just trying to get people to our website anymore, we're trying to guide them through a complete experience.
So it's about understanding how users interact with our online presence from start to finish.
Precisely. And it's about using SEO to drive real business impact, whether it's purchases, lead generation, downloads, or any other action that matters to your business.
And I imagine Google's getting smarter at evaluating websites based on whether they actually meet user needs. Right?
Yeah.
It's not just about ranking for keywords anymore.
Exactly. They're analyzing how users interact with your content to determine if your site is truly providing value.
Okay, so how do we actually optimize for the whole user journey? Where do we even begin?
Well, start by mapping out the complete journey, identifying every step a user might take to reach their goal on your website, almost like creating a flow chart of their experience.
So if we're an e-commerce store, we'd map out the entire process, from the initial search to browsing products to adding items to the cart to the final purchase.
Exactly. Once you have that map, you can start creating content that guides users through each stage, ensuring a seamless and enjoyable experience.
That makes a lot of sense. And I imagine there are tools that can help us analyze this user journey, right?
Absolutely. Tools like Google Analytics 4 are invaluable for understanding how users are navigating your site and identifying those key touch points.
Okay, so Google Analytics can help us see where users are dropping off or getting stuck.
Exactly. And it can even track LLM traffic separately.
LM traffic, what's that?
It stands for Large Language Model, basically traffic coming from AI-powered search engines. Being able to track this separately gives you valuable insights into how these new players are impacting your search visibility.
Wow, that's incredible. It really highlights how much things are changing. So we're tracking the user journey, looking for drop-off points, making sure the experience is smooth. What else should we be paying attention to?
The expert emphasizes the importance of tracking brand searches using tools like Google Search Console and Bing Webmaster Tools. This helps you understand how well your brand building efforts are paying off.
So it's not just about driving traffic to our website. It's about building a brand that people are actively searching for.
Precisely. And finally, the expert stresses the importance of a no dead ends website architecture. Meaning every page on your website should offer a clear path forward, whether it's to another page on your site, a call to action, or a way to contact you.
So making sure users never feel lost or confused.
Exactly. This not only improves the user experience, but also helps AI understand your site structure and those entity relationships we talked about.
Got it. So we've covered a lot of ground already, AI as a tool, the importance of contextual SEO, and optimizing the entire user journey. I'm definitely sensing a theme here. A shift toward building trust and creating a more holistic online presence. And I think that sets the stage perfectly for the next key area, building a 360-degree trust ecosystem.
This is where things get really interesting in a world flooded with AI-generated content. Google and other search engines are looking beyond their own platforms to gauge a brand's trustworthiness. They're analyzing how you engage across social media, industry forums, even press mentions.
So it's like those real-world trust signals are becoming even more valuable in the digital world. It's not just about what you say on your website. It's about what others are saying about you across the internet.
Exactly, and our expert highlights Notion as a fantastic example. You might discover Notion through a Google search, then stumble upon a Reddit thread discussing Notion templates, then a YouTube tutorial on setting up your workspace, and maybe even some inspiring Notion aesthetic reels on Instagram. They've created this web of content and engagement that reinforces their brand message and expertise at every touch point.
I see what you mean. It's like they're everywhere and it all feels consistent and authentic. But building that kind of presence sounds daunting, especially for smaller businesses or individuals.
The key is to be strategic. You don't need to be on every platform. Focus on the channels where your target audience hangs out, understand their research process, and where they seek information.
So if I'm a small business, I shouldn't try to be on every social media platform. I should focus on the ones where my ideal customers are most active.
Exactly. And remember, one of the biggest advantages of social media, especially for new or smaller brands, is the potential for rapid visibility. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook have algorithms that can amplify your content incredibly quickly if it's engaging and relevant.
That's a great point. It's different from traditional SEO, where building trust and authority takes time. Social media offers that potential for much faster growth and connection.
Right, so think of social media as your first step to establishing that digital presence, generating brand mentions and engagement, and ultimately signaling trust to those AI search engines that are increasingly shaping the online landscape.
Okay, so we've talked about building this foundation of trust across multiple channels. Now, let's talk about the content itself. The expert's final point focuses on prioritizing mid to bottom funnel content on our websites. Can you explain what that means?
It's about shifting our focus away from the traditional top-of-funnel informational blog content, the kind that often gets duplicated across the web. We want to prioritize content that directly supports conversions and business goals.
So less, what is insert topic here, and more, how to choose the best product service for your needs.
Exactly. Think product pages, sign-up forms, comparison guides, case studies, the kind of content that helps users make informed decisions and take action.
It makes sense if AI-generated overviews are going to dominate those informational search results. We need to focus on areas where human expertise and nuanced understanding still hold value.
Precisely. And here's an interesting point. While AI agents are getting smarter, they're not quite equipped to handle complex transactions or provide the in-depth information needed for high-stakes decisions.
So even in an AI-dominated world, there's still a crucial role for well-crafted website content that guides users through those final stages of decision-making. It's about providing that extra level of detail and expertise that AI can't quite replicate yet.
Exactly. And while traditional informational blog content might take a hit, alternative formats like video and podcasts are likely to thrive. They offer a more engaging and immersive way to consume information, which aligns with evolving user preferences.
So it's not about abandoning content creation altogether. It's about adapting, experimenting with new formats, and focusing on the type of content that truly resonates with your audience and drives business outcomes.
Exactly. It's all about being adaptable and willing to experiment. The SEO landscape is in constant flux, even more so now, with the rapid advancement of AI. There are going to be surprises along the way, new challenges to overcome, and strategies that need to be constantly refined.
So a healthy dose of curiosity,
Yeah.
a willingness to learn, and a dash of bravery to try new things. Those are the key ingredients for SEO success in the age of AI.
I couldn't have said it better myself. It's an exciting time to be in this field as AI continues to evolve. We have a front row seat to witness how it shapes the future of search and how we connect with information online.
We've covered so much in this deep dive into the future of SEO.
It really feels like everything's changing.
Yeah, from AI-generated content to specialized search engines. And this whole idea of building trust, across the internet. It seems like the SEO landscape is changing faster than ever.
What's fascinating is that this isn't just about keeping up with the latest algorithm update.
Right.
It's a much bigger shift.
Yeah.
We're talking about a fundamental change in how we approach SEO altogether.
It's like we're moving from a purely technical mindset to something much more holistic.
Exactly.
We're thinking about the entire user experience, building trust, and becoming part of a larger conversation.
Exactly.
And of course, we can't talk about the future of SEO without acknowledging the elephant in the room, AI.
Yeah.
AI is here to stay, and it's going to continue to shape how we search for information and do business online.
Definitely.
It's easy to get caught up in the fear of AI taking over everything. But I think it's much more productive to see AI as a powerful tool that we can leverage.
I agree.
Instead of fearing AI, we should be learning how to work with it, how to use it to enhance our own skills and create even better experiences for our users.
Precisely.
And that brings us back to one of the most important takeaways from this deep dive, the need for continuous learning and experimentation.
Yeah.
The online world is constantly evolving, so we need to be adaptable and willing to try new things. The strategies that worked yesterday might not work tomorrow, and that's okay.
Right.
In fact, that's what makes this field so exciting.
It really is.
It's all about staying curious, asking questions, and being open to new possibilities.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a final thought.
Okay.
The future of SEO is not predetermined. It's being shaped right now by the choices we make.
It's up to each of us to decide how we want to navigate this new landscape.
Yeah.
Will we embrace the power of AI and use it to our advantage?
Right.
Will we focus on building genuine trust and creating valuable experiences for our users?
Those are the questions that we should all be asking ourselves.
The answers to these questions will determine the future of SEO and ultimately the success of our online endeavors.
Absolutely.
We hope this deep dive has given you the knowledge and inspiration to approach the future of SEO with confidence and a sense of excitement.
Remember to keep exploring, keep experimenting, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible until next time.
Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. For more detail, you can visit our blog website www.evergreentechtips.com.